and welcome back to Raccoon Creek Homestead. Bear with me during this video as I am driving, but don't worry, like it's on the little mounty thing. Anyway, I just thought I would take this time while driving back from Menards to give a kind of an update on the homestead, on what we've been doing and what we're going to be doing in the coming month or so. I thought it would be kind of fun that at the end of every month to go back and kind of recap what happened last month. So last month was February 2022, and we started seeds. We got the seed starting station up. I finally, which I'll update kind of as we go, I finally found lights, like grow lights that I like, and they're just shop lights. The actual like little grow lights were just way more stressful than they needed to be. So I just got plain old shop lights. Pay attention to your lumens if you go that route, but my seeds seem to be doing great, and they're not as like leaning towards the light. It seems more well-rounded, and it's really bright, which is what they like, and it makes things so much easier. Let's see what else. So I don't think I have actually given a tour yet of our property, which I have planned coming up. As it gets a little bit warmer, it's kind of hard to get around when it's that cold out. But besides that, sorry. But besides that, we also started putting in our sidewalk, which, for those that don't know, our house was, like, we finally got to move in. It's a new build. Back in September, I think we moved in September of 2021, and our sidewalk was kind of a temporary, just, honestly, it was a slippery, muddy mess. We did the ground seed, like the grass seed, but that kind of stuff just takes a minute. It was fine until everything kind of died in the fall and the winter, and again, just a muddy mess that wasn't worth it. Look, let's not lie, it was a safety hazard. It's what it was. But we got it started. All of the stuff, all of the supplies are sitting in the driveway. The first round of gravel, when you actually go to do sidewalk, you're supposed to put gravel down. Like, you go down 6 inches, and then you put gravel and then sand, and then you're supposed to compact it down, which is what I'm coming back from getting the compactor and compacting it down, and then you put your stones and your pretty rock and all that fun stuff, and then I actually think you compact it again, but that's Jeremy World, not me. So that's that one, but it got started last month. It's either gonna, pending weather, because the weather looks a little rough, I don't know if it'll be done this weekend or next weekend, but we do have a surprise new animal coming to our homestead. And I'm not going to say what it is until they're actually on the homestead. So if you want to take guesses, feel free to take guesses in the comments below. And we already have chickens, so it's not chickens. Although, Broody Hen Watch, we are almost there. Only a couple more days. They should start hatching around the 10th-ish. So I am so excited. I hope that the weather stays warm enough that it's not freezing. We do have a light out there, like a heat lamp. I know that mamas do a really nice job when they hatch their own, but paranoia, I don't know if paranoia is the right word. I'm really excited, and I want it to like turn out well, and it turns out that I think that we have co-mommers, which I made up that word, which I didn't know was a thing. I thought broody hens just kind of had their own, but we went out a couple days ago and lighted all the eggs because she was sitting on a bunch, and it was like, there's no way, they're not all under you, like, what, there's no way that all of these are fertilized and like ready to grow. Boy, did she make a liar out of me. Out of like 32 eggs, 28 of them, like when you put a light on them, And I'll put pictures down at the bottom of which ones are which. They pretty much glow. It looks like they kind of glow empty when there's nothing growing in them, no fertilization. But once they've been fertilized and incubated for a little bit, then you can actually like see it. There you go. I keep yawning. Oh, sorry about that. I keep yawning. I'll put pictures so you can tell the difference. Anyway, the turd, and yeah, that's the nice way to put it. 28 eggs. That's gonna be if they all hatch, and realistically, I know that they're not all going to. But 28 eggs, 28 chicks, possibly. Holy Toledo, Batman! I'm so excited though. Anyway, but when we went to check them, lo and behold, there were 2 hens sitting, like basically sharing a box, sitting in the same, on the same nest. So we've been saying that they're co-momming. Again, I made it up, but I think that that's how they were able to keep that many, because basically both fit and they cover the box really well. I think it's a good way to do it. I think that, I mean, if that's how they want to do it and it works, then more power to them. So that's also exciting. So look, Chick Watch is going to start here in a couple days. Let's see, what else has been going on? Mystery animal that Jeremy is putting the fence up for today, which when I get back, we'll see how he's doing. And we started seeds. Oh, if you watched my budget-friendly gardening or plant starting or seed starting, I don't remember what it's called. I'll link it in the bottom, in the little info box. But they're coming up super well, and it hasn't been very long, and I've gotten like, it's a good germination rate. I was kind of wondering, kind of curious how they would do, because they were the 25-cent pack of seeds. They're doing well, and that's, yeah, like I said, and it's not even like they're still popping up. Like, they're doing better than my other ones. I don't know if it's just because they're under the light and my other ones are closer to the wood stove, just to kind of help them with the heat part, because I don't use heat mats. It just seemed like wood stove would do. I mean, they're not on the wood stove, but they're pretty close to it, so they feel the heat without completely torching them. But there's that. Oh, Mr. Nicholas, my son who's in the videos a lot, I had ordered, like a year ago, I ordered, they're the galvanized metal garden beds. They're like 7 feet long. They're kind of an oval, like an elongated oval shape. And I ordered 4 of those because they were like on sale for like $70 for a 7-foot bed. And I think it's 3 foot wide maybe. And he assembled those all by himself last weekend. And I was so proud of him and so just blown away. It's kind of hard for me to think that he's not like my itty bitty little kid anymore, and that he is actually 11 and so capable of doing so much more than I give him credit for, because I'm still like that super protective mom, and he's just going out and getting it done, and it's just like, my little boy's growing up, building stuff. I mean, he does a lot with Jeremy, but it was just kind of cool to get to see him. He was so proud. And at one point, I was like, hey, do you want to take a break, you know, like get something to eat? He's like, no, I want to get it done. And I had to bribe him with chocolate chips to get him to take a break, to get something to eat. Crazy. But he's a good kid. Like, he really, really is a good kid. I'm funny, I yawn. Oh, I don't know. Do you yawn when other people yawn? Oh, I do, and it's just like this endless supply. It's probably because I'm talking so much and a lack of coffee. I stopped when I got a coffee, but there's so much sugar in it. Just give me a coffee with sugar. I think that's it as far as updates go. What you can foresee for March is the finished sidewalk, the reveal of our mystery animal. We're gonna rip out the So I leave all of the stuff in the garden from the year before until spring. That way that it deteriorates and it kind of puts stuff back. And then I got to add compost to it. Jeremy said he's gonna kind of retail it. Last year was a last minute, quick, not as much effort as I would have liked, kind of throw and go. So this year we're going to kind of go back and do it a little bit more the way that it should be done. But we're going to add the compost. And that's really important. Make sure that your soil, take good care of your soil, because your soil feeds your plants. So you feed the soil feeds your plants, the plants feed you. It's a really nice little circle. But you got to make sure that, you know, your fertilizer is good. If you compost, that it's not too hot, that it's broken down well enough. Oh, I think I'm going to get a wood chipper. So between all the trees that have fallen, the wood that we've split, there's always branches, and like usually it's just a big bonfire, and it just seems kind of wasteful. So I'm just going to get a wood chipper. If you've done that, let me know in the comments. Like, have you done that? Was it worth it? I mean, beside the fact that, you know, it's all just sitting there completely free aside from the actual wood chipper. This video should be called, like, how many times has Sam yawned? Or, like, don't play like a drinking game every time that I yawn, you drink, because you might not make it. Hey, boo. Where was it? Oh. And to buy mulch is expensive, like it's wood chips. Come on. They dyed them a pretty color. Oh, we're also going to be doing we're going to start our landscaping this year, but we're definitely not going to finish it just because of time constraints and budgetary constraints. We've got things we'd rather have than a completely landscaped front yard. We're just going to put a little garden bed on front of the house. I'm still going to use some of my sweet peppers as some landscaping. I'm really excited about that, actually. I've never done it. I don't know how Jeremy's going to feel about it, but I kind of don't. I don't mind. He won't notice. I'll keep it a secret, so shh. Maybe that'll help. But that's really about all I have. Like I said, I'll probably add little tidbits and pieces of kind of updates, what we've been doing. Do you guys want videos from chicken stuff? Do you want like animal husbandry? Do you want straight gardening? Do you want to hit the little subscribe box? Nick would be so proud of me right now to hit that little subscribe box. That way you don't miss anything. And something about a bell. That way you get the notifications. Like the video. See, he's so much better at that than I am. But he's the home helping Jeremy. So he'd much rather do that than go on a car ride with me anyway. So on that note, I am going to hop off here because it's almost my exit anyway. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.